What causes hemorrhoids? What is the treatment? Hemorrhoids are inflammations that happen in the veins in the lower area of the rectum or anus, which dilate in excess and become a series of varicose veins. These inflammations are very uncomfortable and can even become painful. They can happen internally, externally, or in both parts at the same time. So, what causes hemorrhoids? What are the symptoms of hemorrhoids? When the hemorrhoids aren't serious, there is usually a symptom that shows that you are suffering from them. However, when they are serious, the following symptoms can occur. Bleeding when having a bowel movement. Prolapse, a kind of bulge that occurs when the hemorrhoids come out from inside of the anus. They can be painful and difficult to be put back in. Secretion, mucus that comes from the anal mucus itself, which is usually caused by internal hemorrhoids. Irritation, this normally happens after secretion. It tends to cause itchiness and a burning feeling. Pain, when the hemorrhoid is internal, this symptom does not tend to occur. However, when it is external, the pressure of the anal ring will cause discomfort and pain. Your diet tends to be the main cause of hemorrhoids. A poor diet can cause constipation, diarrhea, and other digestive problems that affect the area this problem occurs in, and, as a consequence, you will start to experience this discomfort. Certain foods influence more than others in the appearance of hemorrhoids. Knowing them is useful so you can start to reduce their consumption and choose a diet with healthier foods. Below, we will mention the foods that can influence the appearance of this problem the most. Sugary foods. When you have a high dosage of refined sugar in your diet, you are more susceptible to experiencing constipation, tense intestinal movements, and finally inflammation in the rectum and anal veins. This type of food tends to be a common cause of hemorrhoids, and as long as you continue to include it in large amounts, it will be very difficult to cure this problem. Excessive consumption of sugar can also influence the development of other health problems like acid reflux, ulcers, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulosis, celiac disease, colon cancer, pancreatitis, cirrhosis, hernias, etc. Salty foods. It is obvious that the excessive consumption of salt is one of the causes of hypertension. When your blood pressure increases, the veins in your rectum and anus will be more susceptible to getting inflamed and developing hemorrhoids. Alcoholic beverages. Drinking alcoholic beverages is a risk for hemorrhoids. This kind of substance dehydrates the body and as a consequence, causes poor digestion and constipation. Other causes of hemorrhoids. Besides a poor diet, hemorrhoids can also be caused by other common factors like pregnancy, sitting on the toilet for a long time, age, genetics, obesity, poor digestion, harsh intestinal movements, fostering bowel movements, and some diseases like hepatic cirrhosis. Hemorrhoid treatments. Hemorrhoids are a problem caused mainly by a poor diet, which is why the first step to treat this problem is having a healthy diet, rich in fiber, and hydrating foods that promote good digestive functioning. You should also drink at least 2 liters of water a day and have healthy habits like exercising. Cold therapy. In order to reduce the inflammation that happens in the rectum and anal area, one of the most effective remedies is to put a bag of ice or very cold water on this area. Garlic. Garlic is a strong treatment for hemorrhoids, but it is very effective. It reduces inflammation and is great for hemorrhoids that come from the internal part of the anus because it helps shrink those bulges that become uncomfortable and painful. Apply a small amount of garlic directly to the affected area and you will immediately feel a burning sensation, but it will have an anti-inflammatory effect. Let sit for 2 minutes and then take a bath to remove the garlic. A hot bath. Hot water has a relaxing and anti-inflammatory effect. In order to reduce the discomfort, pain, and swelling of the hemorrhoids, you should put hot water in the bath, sit in it for 15 minutes, and repeat the process every day. Linseed. Including linseed in your diet is great for reducing the risk of suffering from hemorrhoids, and it is also great for treating them. Linseed is rich in fiber, absorbs a lot of water, and forms a gelatin dough that boosts good digestion, helps get rid of waste properly, prevents constipation, and acts as a natural laxative.